All right, we're here with Nick from Cherry Street Cooperative. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your brewery, how you got started, and why you're more of a cooperative than a corporation or a company?
Sure. We got our start about a little over a year ago in Cumming. We started our brew pub there. I lived in Colorado, and out in Colorado, the word cooperative is thrown around a lot. In my town, there was a bike co-op and a food co-op, and at the time, we saw a need to create a beer co-op. This beer co-op is more of a beer, a homebrew club, and what we were doing was we were buying ingredients and equipment that people that were a part of our club could have access to. So when I was going through college and homebrewing, I spent all my money on homebrew equipment, and it's very expensive. And so we wanted to have an easy means for younger generation brewers to be able to get into the hobby relatively easy. And so that's where the name comes from originally. We lived on Cherry Street in downtown Fort Collins, Colorado, and that's where it all started. And then my dad started a restaurant in Cumming, and I moved back here to Atlanta to help him run the restaurant. It was my dad and I's goal for many years to have a brew pub together, and so we pursued it. It took us a year's worth of licensing and paperwork to get open, but now we got our state approval on 12-12-12. We've been brewing for a little over a year. In the restaurant, we started a mug club program, so to further the cooperative ideal. So we had some really good customers, really good community base that helped build out the brewery, and in return they get discounted beers, drinks, food. We throw private parties for them a couple times a year, and we're all about the community. We would not be where we're at if it wasn't for the community that we're in supporting us.
Nice. All right. Well, also congratulations on how far you've been able to come. So what exactly, as far as ingredients or your style of brewing, makes you unique to the Georgia area?
Well, what I think is different, how we're a little bit different than what everybody else is doing, is that we're a brew pub. Brew pubs have little bit easier laws when it comes to the beers we can brew. We still have to go through a licensing and regulation for beers we distribute, but beers that we brew in the restaurant we have more flexibility with. And so the brew pub combines our homebrew creative side, but then with still the brewery production side. And so in the brew pub, like this month, we're going to be releasing about 6 to 8 different beers. Something that breweries aren't really able to do with their volume that they have to keep up with. So we specialize in a lot of seasonal beers, a lot of unique things. Sitting in our boil kettle right now, kind of brewing up, is a Berliner Weiss that we're going to add blood oranges to and release towards the end of this month. So we just have fun with it. We're small enough to where ingredients, we can buy and seek out certain ingredients that bigger breweries would cost a lot more for them to do. So for our size and where we're at, it's a lot of fun. We're able to just be really creative.
Yeah, nice. I am definitely looking forward to that blood orange. So what else, like as far as for the spring, since you're more recently within the Atlanta area, Metro Atlanta, what specifically, like brew-wise, are we going to be able to find?
Well, we just released into the greater Atlanta, Fulton County area this week. And so the 3 beers that we released with are a French Saison. The Saison's perfect for this time of year. Saison can translate to session beer, summer, spring session beer. So that beer does really well right now. Our IPA is an all mosaic hop IPA. Mosaics are a new variety of hops that have become very popular over the past couple of years. Lots of tropical fruit notes in them, mango, papaya. And then also coconut porter. We take our regular porter we have in the brew pub and add coconut, dates, and vanilla bean to it. Creates a really nice creamy texture to it. It's not overly sweet like some other beers that are out there, but it's still got a real nice finish to it. And then like in the brew pub, like this week we're releasing a dry hop guava ale for the spring. So we're transitioning from those darker, maltier beers to definitely those more citrusy, more thirst-quenching style of lighter beers.
So if people come out to Cumming and they hit up the brew pub, there's going to be like unique brews that are there that they're not going to be able to find around the other areas?
Absolutely. With the distributors that we have, we release about 5 to 6 of our normal beers. So in the brew pub, we have 12 different beers on draft all the time. 5 of those beers rotate out. And so this month, all 5 of those beers are going to be different from the start of the month to the end of the month. We have a lot of fun stuff we're releasing right now. And so it keeps it fresh. It gets people to come up to the brew pub. We want to sell our beer out in the market, but we also want people to come up to the pub to see who we are. We've got a lot of character and a lot of fun stuff. We do a lot of charity events once a month, and so it's about getting people back up to the home base.
All right, awesome. Well, I guess be on the lookout for Cherry Street and make your way up to Cumming to go to the brew pub. And thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.